such a long time, so today's going to be like a chatty video, and you guys are going to get to see my new eyeshadow palette as well. I hope you guys are liking it. I know some of you guys have been messaging me some amazing, sweetest, kindest messages ever, and I'm so grateful. So thank you so much. Today I am going to be using my collection to show you guys the eyeshadows. If you guys haven't seen my big reveal video yet, please make sure you check out the video. I'll leave it at the end of this video so you guys can check it out, so you guys see the full collection, where you can buy it and all that good information. So let's get into the tutorial. So I haven't received my mailer yet, but I have got everything in a little black box, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, please make sure you follow me on over there, because I am hosting a giveaway so you guys can actually win a mailer for yourself with the full collection. So all the details will be down below in my description box. Inside, this is me. So you guys probably seen this already in the other video, but just to refresh you guys, it's me. I'm so happy to be finally sharing with you guys the actual eyeshadow palette. I've been wearing it so much on my Instagram stories, and so many people have been asking me, what eyeshadow palette is that? What eyeshadow is that? And I'm like, I can't say anything. So finally, it's here. I can finally do a video with it. I feel like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. So if you do win the giveaway, you will win my money gun. Living your best life gun. Oh god, this is strong. And it's going to be filled with $2. $100 bills, $100 bills. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Oh. So I'm not going to be doing any eyeshadow bases for you guys, so you can see the actual pigment and how it layers and how it blends and everything like that. So I have got foundation and concealer on already, and I just powdered it just with a translucent powder. So I'm going to be doing a mixture of these kind of cut creases that I have in my promo videos. When I showed this on my Instagram stories, so many people asked me what eyeshadows I was using. So I'm finally going to do the tutorial for you guys today. It feels so good to see a brand new one. I've been using a small crusty sample, and it's so nice to get like a fresh one. Okay, so to start off this look, I'm going to use a really small little petite pencil brush. So I'm going to go in with Hey Guys first. This is one of my favourite shades in this palette. These two colours here is what I use all the time. So I always use like a dark warm brown, and then I always mix it with a bit of black to intensify. So I do have to warn you guys that when you get this eyeshadow palette, you will find that it definitely is really pigmented, but you do have to be careful of fallout. It's something that I feel like is a really hard balance to get, because you want something to be really nice and blendable, really pigmented, have a lot of payoff, but then it's really hard to not get a lot of fallout, if that makes sense. So if you are more comfortable doing your eyes first before your foundation, then definitely do that if you kind of struggle with eyeshadow fallout. For me personally, to avoid eyeshadow fallout, I just knock off the brush every single time I pick up more product. So that's a really good way to use on all eyeshadow palettes, not just this one, if you do struggle with a lot of fallout. So I'm going to go in with a little small pencil brush, and I'm going to look straight into my mirror, and I'm going to kind of frame my eyes when it's open. This is a really good trick if you have hooded eyes but you want to do a cut crease. I found before I'd done this trick, I used to always put my mirror down and then just kind of put in my crease where I think would look nice, and then when I open my eyes, it will be like all disappeared and folded, and all my eyeshadow will crease and blend on top of each other, which would be horrible. So you want to make sure you map out where your crease is when your eyes are open, so that even when you close it and everything, your eyes will still look on fleek. Okay, so if you just go back and forth and create kind of like a semicircle, and you want to kind of blend it really lightly in here, just so it doesn't have a harsh line. So to switch things up, I am going to go in with Red Velvet, which is this matte, warmish burgundy brown kind of shade. And I'm going to put this on with a Morphe Extracting Heal JH35, and this is just going to blend out that crease, just to give more of like that reddish kind of tone. Because this brush has got a really nice kind of fine point to it at the tip, it's just going to blend that out but still keep it really nice and precise. Another trick as well, so you guys don't get a lot of fallout, is that you don't want to always swirl your brush into the product, so because if you do that, that's when you get a lot of fallout. And that's where I find, when I used to do a lot of teaching before, people kept swirling their brush in, and you'll have a lot of wasted products and you'll get a lot of fallout on your cheeks. You never want to do that. You only want to tap. especially when the product is pigmented already. You only want it barely on the tip, and also when you swirl, you will damage the bristles as well. You will kind of lose that fine point on your pointed blending brushes. So you don't want to do that. Just 2 taps, tap it off, and then just slowly work your way on. And that's how I hardly ever get fallout. And I've tried to do my eyeshadow first and then my foundation. I found it really hard after to get my foundation all the way around without having to do like a really cut crease. I like my smoky eyes to be really smoky around here, and whenever I do my eyes first, I always find I have to use a wipe and then I have to do a really strong like line there. So it kind of depends on what makeup look you're doing really. So can you see it's just slowly starting to blend it out? So exciting. I can't believe this is like my own palette. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I created this. Oh. I'm going to go in with a bit of Fan Bam and Chickatarian. So I love mixing shades together. It's like one of my favourite things to do. And it gives you like a really nice transition on your brush already. It's like you're putting a blended eyeshadow already onto your blending brush so that the end result will be blended. You get what I'm saying here, guys? So now that I've got on the main crease shade, I'm actually going to start to bring this into my lash line here because I'm only going to do a half cut crease. I'm going to go in with No Tea, No Shade, which is my black shade right here. I'm going to also mix it in with a bit of Hey Guys, just so that it's not so black and intense, because sometimes black can be really, really hard to use. That's why I personally made all my mattes go into one row, so I can literally mix and match and I don't have to like go all about the palette. I can literally just use this kind of bit here. So hopefully that made sense. So now that I mix Hey Guys with No Tea, No Shade, it's kind of made like a really, really, really dark brown shade on my brush already. So now I'm just working this right on the outer crease here. And I want to kind of connect this line here and make the crease and the corner bit really kind of match up. And you kind of want to keep it diagonal rather than straight out, because I want to make my eyes look as lifted as possible. And this will be really good when you want to also do that smoky eyeliner later on. So I'm literally just going back and forth with the product about like a 45-degree angle. And it's just created that kind of really smoky liner on there for me already. So I'm going to do one eye on camera, and then while I'm doing the other eye, I'm going to talk to you a bit more about the collaboration. It's really hard doing a chit chat get ready with me because I want to talk to you guys, but I also want to show you guys actually what I'm doing as well. So bear with me. In a second, I'm going to talk all about the good stuff, what's been happening, how long I've been hiding this from you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to start to cut the crease, and this is what's kind of going to make or break your cut crease. So I'm going to go in with cream concealer. I find that cream concealers work better than liquid concealers. I find the liquid ones are a bit too runny and they don't have the most opaqueness. Okay, so what we're going to do for the cut crease is we're going to tilt our head back, and I can kind of see the shape that I've been building up because that's where the most intensity is, and then just here you can see that's when it gets a bit murky. So I'm going to use my brush, rest my little pinky finger on, and then kind of like do this face. It's almost like you're stretching your eyes and kind of like squinting, so you can kind of still see what you're doing, you know what I mean? That kind of helps. And I'm just gonna do one foul swoop, and I start a bit lower at first because I don't want to start too high because then that'd be really hard to like work your way down. So you want to always work your way up, and I do it in one swoop so that that line is always going to be crisp. If you do like little short staggery lines, it won't be a crisp line. So I'm starting off a bit lower, and then I'm slowly going up a little bit higher, working my way up, 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 up. So you can see already that's just so much cleaner compared, and that's how people get really, really crisp cut creases. Okay, so I just went in with a slightly bigger brush just because the other one was just taking a bit too long. Anyways, I feel like I need to chat to you guys. I'm going to do the other eye. This collaboration started off at the start of this year, so it's been like months and months in the making. Basically, my agent came to me and was like, oh, Lottie London really wants to do a collection with you. And I was like, me? For the longest time, one of my dreams was to collaborate with a makeup brand. This is before I even hit like 1 million followers. This is why you need to keep your eyes stretched, guys, because you end up imprinting. So when I first went into the meeting and stuff, I was so excited. We had loads of different kind of like eyeshadows out. We had loads of different ideas and all these different things that I had no idea about. There's so much things that go on behind the scenes when it comes to collaborations. And you know, when I went into it, I kind of thought, oh yeah, it'd be really easy, just pick a few colours and make a cute palette. there's so many things that you don't know that is like, it's down to you. Like little things like the trim around here, naming the eyeshadows. That was so hard to freaking name each eyeshadow because I had loads of names, but then when I actually looked at the actual eyeshadow and I put the name next to it, it was like, it didn't really go along. Even deciding what type of palette I want, how many eyeshadows I wanted in the palette. I knew I wanted something really nice and small and slimline so I can literally bring with me on holiday. I do have my mega 58 eyeshadow palette that I have custom made with all my different eyeshadows, but I definitely noticed I always went into the same kind of shades. You guys know that I've done a collaboration with Cosmetics, and that was a really quick one. I was working on this collaboration way before I'd done the Cosmetics one, but obviously the Cosmetics one, the products are already made, they're already a well-established brand, so that was a bit different to this collaboration. This collaboration, I made every single colour from scratch, if that makes sense. I branded all my eyeshadows and we laid it all out on the table, and I was like, I love this, but I want it to be a bit more like this. And I was like, can we kind of combine these colours? And I got so much inspiration, and it made me really realise, like, damn, I love makeup so much because I have such a big collection. There's just things that I always gravitate to, so I just wanted to put everything inside a little palette I can bring around with me. I also love the idea that I could collaborate with an amazing makeup brand that was really, really affordable, because my other collaboration with Cosmetics was £90. It was really, really expensive. If you guys haven't seen that collaboration, I was literally floored that we sold out within a day, because I honestly thought £90 was so expensive, especially because I knew I was doing this collaboration and this palette alone is under £10, so it's really affordable for 14 eyeshadow palettes. I really like the fact it's not excess packaging. I didn't want to do no fancy crazy packaging because I wanted to make sure the eyeshadow was good inside and for a decent price, because as soon as you do extra packaging and all that extra stuff, it hikes up the price. So I wanted to make sure it was really, really affordable, something that people could use no matter what your skin tone is. Even if you love colour, you don't like colour that much, you can do daytime, nighttime. I just wanted everything to be in one palette so you guys can dabble into a bit of colour if you wanted to. These colours in here will suit all eye colours, no matter what eye colour you have. Like the blue would be amazing. Shook is one of my favourite colours of all time. Like, I love minty greens like this, so honestly this was like a dream eyeshadow of mine. I also have really nice daytime looks as well. So Gemini, Cocalina and 1M is amazing generic shades. So you've got like a really nice rose gold, Cocalina. I'm literally getting on to it. I'm not even doing my makeup. Do you know, when I start talking I just feel so passionate. I just feel so blessed. Even if you don't purchase this palette, the fact that you guys are even watching this video, it just means so much to me that you guys even care to see, you know, where my career is going. I just kept saying, I just feel so honoured. I feel so blessed. I can't believe that my eyeshadow palette will be in 250 Superdrug stores. So on my eyes, I'm going to use the shade Gemini, which is this two-toned rose gold shade. I'm using a flat shaded brush. This is the Morphe M167. So I'm literally going to pop this right in the centre of the eyelid. So I'm going to bring this kind of like mostly all over the eyelid, but I am going to blend the bit of that shimmery red called Beige onto my outer corners here. I literally had such a fun time naming my shades. I really wanted it to be like really me. I literally want to thank Lottie so much. They literally gave me all the say in what I should name the eyeshadows. Like even the word beige, I feel like that's a bit like it's a bit like, oh, you know, but they literally was like, yeah, love the name. Like they felt it really suited me, and we had so many meetings going back and forth. We had like lab swatches come out, and I had to say like, oh no, I want this one to be a bit darker, I want this one to be a bit more blue and all that stuff. And it was always so nice and accommodating. They always wanted to make sure that I was happy with everything. It's just so nice to really work with people that really want to make this a success. But I've learned so much from doing a collaboration. Like it feels like such a long time ago since we started talking about it. When we originally started to make this eyeshadow palette, I knew that it would be for Christmas and Halloween time it was coming out. So even at the time, this was before even summer even came around, I didn't know to make an eyeshadow, should I make it really warm and kind of like the orangey tones because it's going to be that time of the year. But then I was like, I really want this eyeshadow palette to be all year round, so I didn't want it to be too berry or too autumnal because then you wouldn't use it during the summertime. So it was just a constant cycle going back and forth in my head, honestly. It's also really hard as well, like fighting between yourself, like do you just pick what you would wear, or would you look at the overall consumer and just the normal average person, would they wear shades like this? It was so much back and forth going on in my mind, and it kept me up so much. It was also really hard at one period because I was traveling so much, so it was really hard for me to get stuff approved, and I live like over an hour away from the Lottie London headquarters, so Grwm was always like driving me back and forth, and like bless Grwm, he's been really helpful in this whole collaboration. He's been doing all the stuff behind the scenes when I wasn't available. Very stressful, I do have to say, but now that it's all out and you guys are able to get it, I just feel so like, oh, I feel like I accomplished so much, if that makes sense. I feel like really proud of myself, which is really hard for me to say because I never really feel proud of myself. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. So I'm going to go in with this shade called Beige, which is this reddish shade right here. It's a really nice cranberry, perfect full-time shade, but it's a really nice way to bring colour into your makeup without having to wear really bright pinks and all that stuff. So I'm just going to blend this into each other, and I'm kind of going back and forth, and these two colours blend in so well together. They fade like perfectly. Also, can I just say that I had such a good time on the photo shoot. I wanted to snap so much. I wanted to show you so much on Insta stories, but obviously I had to keep it a secret. I've never really had photo shoots before. I've only done like 2 photo shoots, but this one, it was just so different because it was like my collection and using my products, and yeah, it was such a crazy moment, like when the photos came together. And I always get really like nervous shooting in front of people that I don't know because I love posing, I love doing all that stuff, but I do all in the space of my own room. We had a videographer there, we had really amazing photos, we learnt some amazing new tricks as well, like they was putting all like ribbon in front of the lens to give it all that lens flare effect, and it was just so cool. And it's so crazy, like I definitely learnt that you need to just let people do their thing, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I feel like I'm such a control freak, and Grwm will probably like testify and say like, yeah, she is a control freak, but it's really nice actually just letting it go and let people do their thing, and then you actually have a lot less stress on yourself, and then when the product comes out you're just like, oh, how was I even stressed? So I'm going to go in with the shade called 1M. I was debating between like 1 million and 1M. I was just like 1M. Get that 1M like on my Instagram. Now it's 1.1. So they kept asking me like, oh, what are you going to name your eyeshadow palette? You need to think of a name and stuff. And I did not know what to call the friggin' palette. I was like, should I just call it xThuyLe? Or I was thinking about what quotes do I say all the time. And I just thought, living my best life. Like when I hit 1 million, I was like the first thing I thought of. Like, it's never too late to live your best life. I came up with this name so far in a year, like ages and ages ago now. I felt like months and months ago. And then only just now, lots of people are like naming it. Like I know that Lily Lashes also had Living Your Best Life, and then also Stacey Solomon done a collaboration with Primark called Living My Best Life as well, and I was like, damn it! I'm not saying I own Living My Best Life or anything, but it was just like, oh, no one's come out with this yet, and then literally it all came out just before my palette launch, and I was like, god damn it! Okay, so the 1 million shade you guys can see is a really nice like warm yellowy gold. I mainly wanted a gold that was really nice and like yellow tone. Just underneath my eyes, I feel like I've been talking for so long. Thank you so much if you're still here watching this video. You are a true supporter. Thank you so much. When I look back on how I got here, there was a long period in my life where I never knew what I wanted to do, and I always felt like such a, not a failure, but like I had no calling, if that makes sense. Like, you know, some people, they're like so passionate about being a doctor or something. I just had like, there was nothing in particular that I was like, yes, I want to do that, until I kind of fell into this kind of blogging life. Okay, so just underneath my eyes, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Porky. Can't forget a little Porky here. This is like the amazing transition shade. Everyone needs a transition shade. Everyone needs a Porky in their life. So this one is of course dedicated to my little Porky Grwm, and this is like the shade that you wear kind of like every day inside your crease to blend out other eyeshadows. Grwm is just like such an easygoing person. He gets along with everyone, so I feel like Porky was the perfect name to be the transition shade because it just gets along with everyone, you know? So I'm just going to blend this just under the eyes. I wanted to make sure this transition shade was really nice and neutral, so not too cool tone or not too warm tone. I found a lot of transition shade, it was either one or the other, and I felt like because we had Chickatarian, if you did want to make it warmer, you can blend the two together. Otherwise, I did look at other few transition shade, and then when I compared it next to each other, it just made the palette look really warm. And I know not everyone loves really warm eyeshadow, especially if you're really fair, because then your eyes will look really orangey. So I'm just blending this underneath just so it kind of like fades into the smokiness, so it kind of blends all the way around. And then now I'm gonna go in with one of my diamond dips, which is this little baby right here. So when you first get the product, it does come sealed up like this, so you do have to like peel it off and open it, but this is an airtight container, so it wouldn't dry out the glitter. But you have to make sure you always apply the lid back on as soon as you're done with it. Similar to like a gel liner, you don't want it to like all dry up, you know. So this is the diamond dip right here. Oh, and I want it to spill out. And what I like about this is that it's kind of like a paste, so you can put it on with a brush, or you can use your finger to pat on as well. I personally like brushes, and also I love the fact that you can kind of make your own glitter liquid liner from it, or you can also like pack it on like an eyeshadow, like how I done in this visual here. I know a lot of people get intimidated by glitter, so hopefully this new formulation, you guys can find it a bit easier to use. I'm going in with a little liner brush. This one is just one that I had in the drawer, but any liner brush. And I love the fact that I can just go straight in and get a lot of colour payoff. A lot of glitter liners like this, you'll get a lot more gel than glitter. But I wanted to make sure there was loads of like glitter that comes off, so it's really nice and opaque. So now it's just on here, and now you have your own little glittery eyeliner. So I'm going to go in, rest my finger, and I'm going to carve out this crease. I do like a fine layer, and then when I want even more, then I'll go right on top again. This will be amazing for New Year's Eve. Okay guys, so I just got on my lashes. Now just to finish off my eyes. So on my lips I have something super exciting, which is my Thuy glitter switches. So I got to create 3 different shades. So I'm going to go in the shade called Extra AF. They have a really nice long applicator here, so you can get really nice even strokes, which is very important. So with these products here, you do have to read the little how to use description thing, which is inside the cap. But the main thing you have to remember with this is that you need to make sure you apply them in thin, even layers. You don't want to cake on too much straight away, because then it'll take ages to dry, and you need them to be completely dry first before you blot your lips together. You guys see how pigmented that is? Okay, so this is what Extra AF looks like on. And then now you have to really make sure that it's dry before you blot your lips. And then when you blot your lips, you get a really cool sparkle on here. And what's really nice is that it makes your lips look bigger without wearing lip gloss. So now I feel like the liquid lips is all dry. There's no like wet patches or anything like that. You just blot your lips together. These lights don't do it justice, because when you shine a flashlight, or you're wearing this during the evening time and there's spotlights, I'll show you. Can you see? But it goes really sparkly. It was so hard actually trying to photograph it, because you have to have that certain light for colours like this to really pop. I definitely noticed I wore it out to dinner once, and they had an amazing spotlight just at the restaurant, and it just looked so shiny and glittery and just really nice. It made my lips look really nice and full without having to have the stickiness of a lip gloss. So now I'm going to take off this, and I'm going to show you the other darker shade. This is called Ravenous, and I'm going to take off this lip. But I do have to warn you guys, it is a very long wearing product. So even if I kiss my hand, you see, clean hand, nothing comes off. So long wearing, but not gonna lie, at the end of the night when you're a bit tired and you just want to take off your goddamn makeup, these last so long on your lips. So you have to use an oil-based makeup remover to take it off. So I find white does eventually take it off, it just takes a bit longer. So I just use a dual phase eye makeup remover, and I just soak it onto my lips a little bit, and then it kind of dissolves the product, and then I can sweep it away. Just like that. Okay, so we'll apply it on Ravenous next, which is a darker, more burgundy shade. This is like a really dark red, and then it has kind of like blue pinkish reflex running through it. Okay, so this shade here is Ravenous, and you guys can see it's a little bit darker, it's a bit more berry tone. So for all my sisters out there that love like a darker lip, this one will be so pretty, I think, for Christmas time. And then I'll show you again with my flash. This one I find has a bit more kind of like blue, purple undertones to it. I don't know, I think it's really pretty. And it's one of those colours that make your teeth look really white as well. Okay, and then last but not least, I'll show you my nude of the collection. Spill the Tea is a really nice nude, slightly pink, slightly peach with a gold reflex running through it. Okay, so this is what the nude looks like on, and I patted it as well. You guys can see the gold running through it. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's so hard to show on camera. Okay guys, so that's it for this makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys love the way the makeup look turned out. I know I've got so many questions on this makeup look, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I honestly can't thank Lottie London enough for giving me this opportunity to give you guys amazing products at such a good price. So the eyeshadow palette is only £8.95, so under £9 for an eyeshadow palette. It's got all my favourite shades in here. Also, my diamond dips are £4.95 and my liquid lipsticks are sold individually for £6.95 each. Also, I do have to let you guys know that these are all limited edition, so it is only available for a certain amount of time, and then once it's gone, it's probably not going to come back. So I would really appreciate if you guys did show your support, and if you did buy any of the products and tried any of it, I would love to know your feedback down below. It's definitely a learning curve. It's my first ever makeup collaboration. Very overwhelming. So if you guys do create any makeup looks, please use the hashtag LottieLondonXThuyLe, because I really want to see your makeup looks and repost and tag you guys and show you guys some love on your page as well. Just as much as you guys show me love every single day in my comment section and liking all my posts as well. I just can't thank you guys enough. It wouldn't be possible without you guys. I'm gonna fucking cry all the time. I feel like I'm gonna cry. It's so annoying. Why am I such a girl? So anyways guys, if you haven't followed me on all my other social media platforms yet, it's just xThuyLe on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys, enjoy the bloopers. Hold on, let me just open this up. 1 second. Bloopers at hand. In these, oh crap, I just hit my head. We were about to eat. Okay, I'm back. That was the best food I've ever had, I think, because I was really hungry. Like, whenever I think of Rebel Love, I always do like Rebel, you know, Rebel. Oh my goddamn earring! Just using the fan, you know, as you do. This video is done. And what time is it? Oh my god, it's nearly 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Did you guys notice that I changed my earring halfway through? Did anyone notice that?